Welcome to Baby Boy Mulligan's Guitars, Mods, and Music. And today we're working on an Aklot ukulele. This is my friend's son's guitar, ukulele, and it's got a crack here in this back seam. It took a shot right here going back into the vehicle, and the front has got a crack here that goes up underneath the bridge over here too. So it's not all the way through the wood. So on the front and the side here, where there's a crack, we're gonna we're just gonna fill that. We're gonna touch it up, and then maybe a little clear nail polish in there. It's not bad. Maybe not with the nail polish. Depends. Then we're gonna glue the back, and we're gonna clamp that. We're gonna spread it open a little more and then clamp it all shut. So please like, subscribe, leave a comment, and let's get this on the bench and get it fixed. All right. So you can see the crack here. So what I'm thinking is I don't want it to crack anymore, but it's not where you can push it down. So it's not cracked all the way through. And it does go up underneath the bridge over here, but the bridge is holding that together. And I think that's what's keeping this whole thing good. So I think we're going to try just some clear nail polish in that. So let me get some alcohol wipes to wipe it away from the edges once we get that down in that crack. So I'm being generous getting this in here. And we're going to take this and just run that over the top. Got some over there, so I want to get that off. All right. That's good. Okay, we're going to do the same thing right here on the other side. Go around to that edge. A white mark there. I don't know what that is, but that might be part of the bridge, actually. Looks looks like a little inlay. All right, we'll fill that one more time. What I'm doing there is I'm actually making it so that it's not going down into that spot. That he doesn't really care about aesthetics. He just cares that it's fixed. But I care that it's dry and fixed and looks decent. So now here we go. And again, this is where this comes in handy so that it's not around that edge. It's only in the crack. There we go. And again, you're not going to get it perfect, but at least it's looking good. And there we go. That's filled. Now we'll do the side. And again, I'm going to do the same thing here. There you go. Now you can see it. All right. So I have the camera angled so you can see the repair here and here. And then if I move it up a little this way, get that out of the way. And there you go. And you should be able to see that repair between the two strings right there. So not bad, not perfect, but it's not going to come apart. That's the key. It's now pretty flush. And that's what I was trying to accomplish so that it won't split more. So now we'll move on to the back. And the back's got that good crack in it over here. Let me get a different position here, different angle. All right, so now we're going to address this big crack that goes from here all the way to here. And then we've got these two pieces that are, this is where the little kind of dent is, and there's a crack here and a crack here. So put that there to hold that up. We're going to get something in here to separate this crack some more. because we want this crack completely separated. Okay, step 2. Get some glue down in here. Better too much than not enough. Clean up our tools. We don't want that in our file or on our screwdriver. Okay. Now, wipe that glue. And again, here's where the alcohol pads come in. Sorry for my hat knocking that. Clean that edge, clean that mess. Clean my fingers. And now for the clamps. All right, I'm back with the clamps. Loosen this up a little bit. Go right here. These got the protective Teflon things here, so they shouldn't mar the guitar. All right, now that is all. And again, this is where the wipes come in handy. Now, I may turn this a little. Let's loosen this up. because I think I'm going to need one more clamp. Oops, sorry, I'm knocking the camera. I want to put that right here where this crack is. That's not gripping right. Let's see. All right, I got that pretty tight in there. Just trying to straighten this out right here. Squeeze that in. There we go. All right. So now we're going to leave this to sit. And when we come back, it'll be seconds for you, and this will be overnight for me. All right, so here's what we got. We're all filled in. I got another clamp here to pull in that little piece where the dent was. Okay, no marks on the body. Does need a cleanup though. But that looks pretty good. We'll do a little sandpaper, a little 3000 grit, and then we'll fill these in a little bit with the marker, the furniture marker. Do some touch-ups. And that's the front from yesterday. So we'll hit that a little bit with the 3000 grit too, and then touch it up. Before we get started, let's give you a better view of the front here. There's where that filler is with the clear nail polish and the furniture pen. All right, so let's get started with the cleanup process. Okay. So I'm in the new studio, the new workspace. So as you can see, I'm wet sanding this lightly. And I'm going to do that all over the face of the guitar here because we have some issues with the finish over here. Oh, it looks good. I think I'll touch up the whole face because it's a little rough. just lightly. Gives it a little more shine. Just lightly, not a lot. Yeah, it's giving it a much better shine. I'll put a little polish on there, it'll be good to go. This does need a little more fill in the front here. So we're going to have to, where did my clear go? There it is. Put a little more clear in a couple spots that I see are deep. And then we'll get out our alcohol pad like we did last time. Do that edge. There we go. That's the nice thing about the alcohol. You just lightly blow on it and it lets you see where you're at. Now I'll just sand this dry to try to get some of that stuff in there to fill those spots. Yeah, now that's filled a little better. Now we'll get our filler, our touch-up pen, because that stuff dries really quick, especially when you sand it. There we go. I'll do the same thing over here. Put it on thick. No spots. I'm going to go across this whole thing. You can always wipe it away on the sides. The key is to get those spots filled. Get along that little edge so it doesn't bleed onto the old finish of. Let's get a fresh one that's got more alcohol on it. And one more little wet sand. And there it is. As best as can be without actually refinishing the whole guitar, the whole ukulele. This is the nice thing about the alcohol and using nail polish. If you see a spot you got that's got a little spot, you can hit that and just a little bit of this right there. And back in business. There we go. Now this edge came out really good here, so, and it's right in the seam. So just a little bit of wet sand there. There we go. Looking good. Now to move on to the back. All right, so we're going to start out here because this is in pretty good shape now. We're just going to hit this with a little sandpaper. Get some of that excess glue off. Well, that's a pretty successful cleanup there. I don't want to use any wood fill on this because I don't have the exact that reddish color. Again, I'm going to hit this dry. And I'll hit it wet. And we'll hit it with a little bit of that alcohol to get rid of that liquid water. And there we go. See one spot. It's kind of raised right there. There we go. All the cracks are filled. We're good to go. The front, the side, and the back. It just needs a little touch up there where everything was. A little light sandpaper here and 3000 grit. There you go. You can do that on any guitar. This just happens to be on a ukulele. So the Aklot ukulele is all repaired, ready to go back to its owner. Please like, subscribe, and leave a comment. And thank you for watching Baby Boy Mulligan's Guitars, Mods, and Music. We'll see you in the next one. Rock on.